Nothing quite like getting home from a long day and doing a spontaneous live stream. It's not, of course, the next episode of The Mundane Life of a Gay, but it's something, I guess. I was going to do an edited video and post it, but honestly, I I don't have the energy right now for that. I just wanted to turn on a camera and talk, which works for me, I suppose. I hope that works for you. But I will be posting the next episode of Gay Relationship Struggles. I have that finished and it's all edited, it just needs to go up. But I wanted to do this video because I've been very depressed today, and sometimes when I'm very depressed, I have to force myself into doing videos like this. I just need to, because sometimes it's the only thing that helps me kind of work through and give myself a sense of clarity, I guess. Clarity. Um, you know, I remember when I was a kid, I would always have people be like, "Donnie, you care too much. Donnie, why are you worrying about what people think?" I have always been like that, I guess. I've always worried about what other people think. Hi, Olivia and Chris. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that you're here listening. Thank you. Awesome plans for this week? Oh, working. That's pretty much my lineup for the week, but the weekend will hopefully be better. I'm hoping. So, but anyway, I was always told as a kid that I care too much about what other people think, and I used to get bullied for a lot, but I've always viewed that as being my greatest strength because every day I carry that with myself. I tell myself, "Donnie, you're a good person. What matters in each day is what mark you leave on the people around you and the world around you." And I've always tried to put good out there, I guess. I've always tried my hardest to be a good person, and I've always viewed being a good person as demonstrating some level of care. Does that make sense? I feel like we have to care about each other. Um, Today, for the first time in a long time, I looked in a mirror and I said to myself, "I hate you." I told myself that I hate myself for the first time in years because I felt like a bad person. I guess my biggest weakness is that I care because I frequently have people use that against me, I guess. I mean, whether it's conscious or unconscious, it doesn't matter, but if a person finds a way to make me feel bad, makes me feel like a bad person, that is very huge to me. I find myself kind of in this extinguished state when I'm made to feel that way. And honestly, it's like, people who I meet day to day, like, people who I don't know very well, they could say something like that, and it really doesn't faze me, but it's people who I've known for a long time, who know me well. Because in my mind, the way I justify it is if they know me well and they think I'm a bad person, then since they know me that well, there must be some element of truth to what they're saying, you know? You guys are sweet. Thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Believe me, they are brightening my day a bit. Thank you for that. It doesn't matter what role I am in a relationship. It could be a family relationship, a friendship, a romantic relationship. I try my hardest to give it everything. I'm a very empathic person. I care so much about other people's well-being that sometimes I do it at the expense of my own, and people will often utilize that, you know? I mean, that doesn't make them bad people necessarily, it's just not everybody knows or realizes the effect their words have on other people, and I get really upset at people who will sit and say, "Words are words. Words don't do anything." But honestly, words are significant. Words have shaped societies. Words have shaped cultures. Why is it so unbelievable to fathom that words can shape individuals? And that's why bullying was always difficult. And people don't always, but people who usually say words are just words are the people who often don't want to take responsibility for words. But I always try to be cognizant of the words I put out into the world because sometimes something I say may hurt someone. And if it does, I want to understand why, and I want to understand what I can do to change that. But sometimes the words that are put out there may hurt unintentionally, you know? And don't get me wrong, I've done that before. Like the situation in question that like me today being depressed doesn't really have much to do with that exactly, but I was made to feel like a bad person for not making enough of an effort. Does that make sense? For not making enough of an effort. I was always taught to give everything my all. I was always taught to be there for people in the best possible way that I can, whether it be in person or over YouTube or over Messenger or over the phone. I was taught to be there for people, and I will always do that. But I feel like sometimes, no matter how much one does, sometimes people in their own insecurities may think that you're not making enough of an effort. And I guess what is problematic with me caring is that even if I'm hurt by someone else, I try to justify their actions and I try to reverse that blame on myself, like, it was something that I did or maybe something wrong that I said, because I don't like blaming people for things. I don't like I don't like making people feel bad. I hope I am making sense. I feel like I'm being super inarticulate right now. So I appreciate you bearing with me, but I want more than anything, I guess, to be perceived as a good person. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, who cares what people perceive of you? I care because maybe this is my inner teacher, but we all serve as examples for others. Our actions serve as examples. And one of my biggest fears and insecurities would be my actions not setting a good example, not being a good influence, not being viewed as good enough or worthy enough or enough effort. I think this, in a way, I made a few videos ago, replying to a dear friend of mine educating Shani, and she was kind of talking about insecurity as well, and how sometimes people say things. This, in a way, is kind of my version of that. You know, there are worse things to be guilty of than caring too much. Maybe it is a weakness, but I'd rather have that as my weakness than being hateful, I guess. I guess, in other words, there are worse weaknesses to have, you know? Oh, I would love to give you all hugs. You guys are amazing. Hugs forever. Believe me, today is a day where a hug is like one of those amazing things that, just makes things a bit better. So, honestly, talking on live stream is actually helping me feel a little bit better. And of course, seeing sweet things from you guys helps too. So I appreciate it. I've done live streams before where nobody has actually been on. So it's kind of awesome that people are watching while I live stream right now. I'm kind of nerding out a little bit, but I'm trying to think of the main point of what I'm trying to convey in this video, because my videos are usually much more structured and have a direct point. But truthfully, I guess my main point is that I want to keep striving to be a good person. I hope people perceive me as that because I want to be a good example. I want to leave something good in this world because the world needs it. And I think if everybody did that, maybe we could just make things a bit better, you know? Maybe if more people tried talking about things that bother them, maybe if people were more open about insecurities, maybe, just maybe, we'd be fearless enough to resolve conflicts or make our connection stronger. Maybe. I have two kitties. My roommates, actually, that's my roommate's kitties. But sorry, Olivia asked if I had any pets, so I do think that I hope I pronounce your name right. Aos, I hope. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but this individual said caring too much, having a big heart is something that will serve you well in life. The alternative is being miserable and salty. We don't need any one of those in the world. I mean, I try to be tastefully salty, like salty in the funny sense. But I do agree. That's why I like whenever I'm upset, instead of stewing and being salty, I try to talk through it like right now because I feel like that in the long run is going to benefit us, and it's truthfully helped me overcome a lot, I guess. Yeah. Well, I've been live streaming for what, almost 20 minutes already. So I'm probably going to wrap things up and maybe work on getting that other video posted. But um, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for encouraging me, and thank you for bearing with me in depressive states. I think it's a huge testament to how much care you all have, and that really inspires me quite a bit. So, well, to talk about other things in general, like YouTube, like I just still think it's so interesting. Like as much upset as I have with YouTube right now, this is still the first place that I come to when I need to talk, you know? Um, if you've been following my battle with YouTube about the partnership program situation, thank you for continuing to support me. Please watch the playlist titled hashtag Small Channels Big Voices. It is a playlist of myself and other YouTubers discussing what losing our partnerships would do to us as small content creators. If possible, share it, tweet it, share it on Facebook, all of that jazz. Supporting small content creators means a lot. And I can honestly tell you that the whole YouTube situation, well, the partnership situation has been a sizable source of depression for me as well, even though I kind of went from depression to, like, I need to speak out and be heard and to, you know, express my irritation. So, but yeah, thank you for supporting me with that. I will be continuing to give you updates, and I will have tags probably right now in the video giving you links to playlists and subscription buttons and stuff like that. So, thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you for listening. I love you, and thank you for helping me feel better today. It means a lot. Have a good night, okay?